Are you still curious about where to live in Tampa? And there's a couple of neighborhoods that people are talking to you about, but you're not quite sure about them. And is Town and Country one of them? Well, I'm gonna share with you my insights of Town and Country because this is my neighborhood. I'm gonna show you around today, and I'm gonna let you know all the good things that I love about it and why I think you should put it on your radar. So let's get after it right now. Hey, future Floridians, I'm Emily. I'm a licensed real estate agent here in the state of Florida, and I live in the Tampa-St. Pete area. And this channel is dedicated to all things living, working, playing, sleeping, eating, and most importantly, the real estate market here on the Central West Coast. So if that resonates with you, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. And don't forget to hit that thumbs up if you like this content. And as always, I'm here to help you if you have any real estate questions or if you're looking to relocate. I'm your girl. All my links are below. You can email me, call me, text me, or more importantly, you can jump on my calendar for a 30-minute consultation and we can talk a little bit more succinctly about your plan. So today I wanted to kind of show you my neighborhood. I wanted to get out, and it's a beautiful day, and show you what it's like to live in Town and Country. And there's some areas that you're gonna go and there's some areas you're gonna go wow. So I thought we'd just get after it. So let's go. I'm gonna show you right now. So I stopped at a house in the neighborhood that is on the market. I have to shed this scarf. It's now 70 degrees and it was 48 this morning. So this is what we do. We dress in layers. Okay, so this property that I'm about to show you is 479.9. It's a 3-2 and it's 1152 square feet, and it sits on a canal. And again, this is a typical Town and Country neighborhood. So this house is the house I'm talking about right behind me. Now you can tell that it's been redone, right? Let me show it to you here. It's got the nice new door, that sort of thing. What you'll notice on the block, it's a little, again, hit or miss when it comes to curb appeal and the type of neighbors and that sort of thing. But again, you can park your boat and an RV and that sort of thing. So Town and Country really got developed around, the mid 60s. So 8,000 homes and townhomes were developed between 1958 and 1978. So a lot of the homes around here have that dated look. But again, because of, supply and demand, we are starting to see a lot of them kind of turn over and regentrify. Now, this area is a little hit or miss. You're gonna have some pockets of some good areas. When I say good, meaning the properties look nice, the exterior looks nice, but then, you might run across a street and run down another little street and it doesn't look so great. Again, there's no HOAs over here, except again, if you're in those planned communities or condos. And so it's a vibe. You got to figure out what you like, but this is my neighborhood. So that's why I wanted to show it to you, because I love it. And there's so many things to offer and to show you. And we're surrounded by canals. Like this home right here has a canal in the back. So if you wanted to have a boat or a kayak or a jet ski, you could. And again, this is under 500,000, but it's only 1150 square feet. So if you wanted to add to it, you could still add a floor up and have a really nice home. All right, we're gonna keep moving. So what I also wanted to mention about that first Town and Country community. So again, away from the water, you're gonna have more affordability in homes. They just might have a smaller footprint. So you might not be able to get a 2,000 square foot home. You might be able to get a 1,500 square foot home. 3-2, 2-2. It's also a great neighborhood if you're looking to rent a single family home versus purchase, or you want to rent for a little while you decide about areas to purchase. Again, Town and Country is very close to everything. The reason why I chose it to live, A, affordability, B, it's central to everything. I can get to the beach in 30 minutes. I can get to the airport in 10. I can get to South Tampa in 30 minutes. So location-wise for me, it really, really worked. So if you're a commuter, keep that in mind as well. Okay, so I stopped in one of my favorite neighborhoods called Baycrest Park. And what I wanted to mention about Baycrest Park is, as the closer you get to the water, the more expensive the home, clearly. But in this community, it's right off of Memorial. And as you're coming into the community, those homes are anywhere from the high 3s to the 4s and the 5s, depending on how much renovation it's had, right? So again, it's a little older area. The houses are a little bit bigger. There's a little bit more of a plot line. But here's what's great. You're right here on canals. So as you get closer to the water and you get closer to these canals, the housing prices go all the way up to 2.4 million, which is what I found just recently. So as you're coming closer, they start to get like in the 800s, the 900s, a million, million and a half, and up at the point, 2.5, okay? And what you're also gonna see is you're gonna see some condos over there on the water as well. So in this area in particular, you're gonna have a mix of homes, townhomes, and condos, because you're gonna have that amazing bay view right across there. So I was trying to see if I could get a viewing of the $2.4 million home that's right there for sale, but it's gated, of course. And what's cool is that, you know, you've got just normal sort of townhomes right here that are close to the water, and in their backyard are these $1 million homes. And then over that wall is a $1 million home. Well, million and up, 2.4 right now. There's one on the market. So this is called the Cove. And again, it's closer to the water. It's closer to the bay. And this community, again, honestly, this would be a dream area for me. Not, I mean, if I could afford the $1 million home, that'd be amazing. But to be this close to the water right now, the breeze is amazing, the weather's amazing, and the neighborhood's really great. So we're gonna keep moving. I wanna show you another area as well. Let's go. So now we're in an area called Dana Shores. And Dana Shores runs along Memorial and Independence as you're trying to get on to 275 North. And so it's right there along the bay. And most of these homes, I'm gonna turn my camera around in a second and show you what they look like, but the majority of them are sitting on a canal that leads to the bay. And we're really close right now to the Ben T. Davis Beach and the Causeway, as well as Rocky Point. There's a wonderful place off of Rocky Point called the Rusty Pelican. And then there's Whiskey Joe's. And then there's another great hotel over there. And I think the bar area is called Water. Obviously I don't get out much, so I don't know what the name of it is. But these homes are very deceiving because from the outside, they don't look like much, but then they go out and then they have these amazing water views. So let me show you a few. So I was just looking at the MLS in this area to see what's available. And what's interesting is there is a home that's listed right now for $900K. There's one $799K, but then they go all the way up into the 2.5, 2.2, 2.18. But again, because you've got that, probably a pool in most of these, you have such lush backyard space that has most of the time have outdoor kitchens and decks, and then they've got wonderful pools that overlook the water, and you've got your boat slip, and you can just drop your boat down into the water and take off. This bay right here is Old Tampa Bay, and it leads out to the Gulf. So you can go under all three bridges and this way and get all the way to St. Pete if you want, or go hang a left and you can go down towards McDill. So this is an ideal location for a lot of people that are looking for waterfront property, and they're looking to stay close to the airport, close to all the major stuff. Because like I mentioned before, you're very close to everything. You can get to the beach in 30 minutes. You can get to South Tampa in 30 minutes. You can get to Carrollwood in 30 minutes. It's really ideal. Moving on. Okay, so we're in my condo community. And listen, I'll be honest with you, my condo doesn't look the greatest, okay? but look at what I stare at all day long. There's our boats. We actually have 2 right now. We're selling one. Does anybody want a boat? And so you've got all of this going on. And there is the sling. I'm going to take you over there. So that sling takes you to the bay. And you can go all the way to the Courtney Campbell Causeway. You can go to the Howard Franklin. You can go to Ben T. Davis Beach. So let me show you a little bit more of this neighborhood. So we are in an area called Bayport, and right next to us is Tampa Shore. So let's keep walking. One thing to keep in mind with this area is you are going to have the opportunity for some condo living. There's apartments, there's townhomes, and there's single family homes. So you do have that advantage where there's some areas where it's really hard to find those kinds of options. So if you're like, well, I'm undecided, you do have that option. But I will tell you, the closer you get to the water in some of these communities, the HOAs can be anywhere from 400 to 600. My HOAs just went up, inflation, and they are now almost at 600. But again, I live over here. So you take the good, you take the bad. But yeah, I got a few more things I want to show you. So I'm going to take you on a little walk. This was my path that I took during COVID. So my dog and I would walk this every day during COVID to get out. And, you know, we're just in this beautiful neighborhood back here. So Bayport Colony has these condos. They're like apartment dwelling kind of condos. And they have a pool and a community center and HOAs, and you have on the other side of the street this a little bit of the same. And then across the street from my community is a really nice apartment complex. And then as we're going deep into the neighborhood now, you're gonna start to see some beautiful homes and multi-million-dollar homes because they sit on the canal and they feed out into the bay. Let's take a look. Okay, so I'm taking you into the heart of the community now, where all the big houses are. Most of these houses have pools and they have boat docks, and the canals back here are fresh water. So they are freshwater canals. Some of them lead to a little bit larger lakes within the community, but everything leads back out into the bay. So everybody has to take their boat past my condo and through the sling, which takes them over the ramp, which I'm going to show you in a minute. It takes you over the seawall into the seawater that takes you out to the bay. And so you've got, this is the view. When we take our boat out and we just want to hang out in our community, we could take it out to, there's a big lake in the center and it feeds into this little baby lake, and we get to view all these beautiful houses. I mean, look at this one right behind me. This one is one of my favorites. It's got probably one of the most stellar views. And I'm going to show you more. So the reason I love this area is because right here, it's so quiet. And there's a lot of people walking their dogs, riding bikes. Right now, kids are getting out of school, so it's a little busy. But you're also, again, in this community over here where I am, in the Bayport, Tampa Shores area, you have lots of options. Now, this area in particular in Bayport, these are expensive homes. They used to be a lot cheaper, but they're on the water. So when I looked up in the MLS, most of them are starting in the millions. There are some that are a little bit lower, maybe in the 900 range, 800 range, but it needs some renovation. But again, just depends. If you're a water person and you're looking for a wonderful waterfront home that you don't have to do anything to. Look, they've been redoing this house for a while. Beautiful homes, and they're all a little different. Some have tile roofs, some have shingles, but there's definitely a style over here. I also love that you're very close to all the major shopping that you'd want. Again, you have access to all the stuff in West Chase, Citrus Park, and especially Oldsmar, which I've talked about a lot. And we're 20 minutes from Honeymoon Island. All right, let's keep looking at some homes.
So when you're looking at the Tampa Shores or the Bayport area, a couple of things you need to keep in mind. Tampa Shores can be a little less expensive than the Bayport area, and we're really just divided by one street. So we're off of Hillsborough, and literally my street is Longboat, and the next street over starts Tampa Shores. So you can get a home in there in the 500 range up to 900,000 and potentially having a canal view. Now, there are some $1 million homes over there, I won't lie. But in Bayport, $1 million homes. We'll see. I'm hoping, I'm praying they go down a little bit because that's where I want to be. All right, let's keep moving. So this house behind me here is on the market, and it is listed at 1.8. And it is a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, looks like a 3.5, 33,000 square feet. And again, it's got a canal view, it's got a pool. So as you can see, it's a lot of home for a lot of price. And it's just sitting in this great neighborhood. So again, for all my waterfront people, come be my neighbor. There is so much more that I could show you about Town and Country, but I don't want this video to be too crazy long. But I hope I gave you a nice overview of the area and the home prices and all the questions that you might have. But if you have more questions about this area, you know what to do. Comment below. I'd love to hear from you, and I'll answer them as best as I can. But if you're looking to relocate to the Tampa area and maybe Town and Country is now on your list, hit me up. All my links are below. Reach out to me. You can get on my calendar, like I said, for that 30-minute consultation. Don't hesitate, get on it, and we can have a conversation about your goals and talk a little bit more about the Tampa market. And as always, everybody, I really appreciate it if you would hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. And don't forget, hit me a thumbs up if you don't mind. And until next time, everybody, have a good one. I'll see you around. Bye-bye.